We're late.
Or something.
We're late. We're late for a very important date. We're late. We're late. We're late. Late.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ranch. I was waiting for somebody to respond back.
No, right. Sorry, we're late.
Oh my goodness, my shirt looks horrible.
You got water or something all over it, stains on it. You have to go down a little so people can't see your shirt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got stains all over your shirt.
Is that wet or is that a stain?
Oh, it's wet, but that's a stain.
Right on.
That's wet.
Hey, hardworking men need
how are you?
to see their stainy shirt. I guess I don't even know what to
It's
say.
just an undershirt anyway. So, hey there. I believe Hiking with Jackie Boy is Kevin. And hey, cool gamer, how are you? Ariel Viking Venture and Victuals is in here. Hello.
I guess technically it's not an undershirt if it's
now
out.
It's an outer shirt because you're wearing it out.
An outer shirt.
Yep.
With lots of stains. Now look
hey, lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. How are you?
Good grief.
What, your shirt's all stained up?
This is horrible. I might have to excuse myself here. I mean, this is
you
bad.
can change if you want. Hey, Roberta's Artistic Adventures. How are you?
And see,
Scott with Rambling with the Broom.
Somebody from Facebook jumped in here.
Hey, how are you? Wesley, my handsome cousin, his beautiful family down there in Florida. Let's see who else is in here. Jeannie Lipsky's in here. How are you? Are you going to go and change your shirt? Yeah, why is it doing that? I wonder if it's the...
I feel embarrassed about my shirt.
Is it the thing? What is that?
I think you ruined it.
I've broken.
What?
We have no light. No, it's like the camera itself, though. I feel like the camera itself is like making you... Because you're closer.
Yeah, it's making you.
Wes said, Eric to stop drooling on his shirt. That's because he just had a delightful dinner. He finished it before we came in here. There you go. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Scott. I hope you're doing well today. You're posting links. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. Marion Bimler. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in here. Let's see who else is in here. I think we said hi to everybody so far.
You got everybody or not?
I think so. I don't know if I missed you. Make sure you say hello again.
Marianne Bimler was the first one in here.
I know. She was in here way early. And
we should give her an award for being on time.
We weren't even
We were not on time. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put comments right here so you can't see the drool / stains.
Oh, that's what it'll be. Good job.
Yeah. So it'll just be a constant flow
comments, tonight. Complete comments all night.
We're going to need lots of comments to make sure that we're able to cover my stained up, ridiculous looking shirt.
Okay, let's do this. I'm going to copy this link.
You said hi to Cool Gamer?
I did.
Oh,
sorry.
There's whoa.
You can hear us on there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're trying to get some additional viewership.
Don't be the bum. Smash that thumb, Jesse said. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Man, he's rhyming it.
He is. He's rhyming it. So I watched a video this week that Jesse and Lisa put out on their channel like last 2 weeks ago, maybe 12, 13 days ago. It was a while ago.
Okay.
And it was a recipe for canned salsa, like jarred up salsa.
No way.
Yeah. So I watched her make it and it looks pretty easy. So I'm thinking I can do it. And I've got the Roma tomatoes in there. I'm just going to have to like halvesy what she did because I don't have that many Romas right now. Like everything's kind of slowed down. I'm not getting as many each day.
Okay.
I mean, they're not really setting flowers at 104, 105 degrees. So
yeah, we've had a couple weeks of just heat.
Yeah.
That's what's been on the schedule. Heat.
Yes, it has been. We got a little bit.
I don't know what you did to this light. You're driving me crazy with this light.
Me? I didn't do anything with the light. What are
like
you
everything is wrong. Like everything feels wrong.
What are you even talking about? Hey Chuck, how are you? Life with the Bullet and Chuck, how are you doing? How was it wrong? Because it's darker over there. So last night when we were on with Charles and Bushcraft, it was brighter on me and lighter and darker over here on you when I was sitting over here. Look, see, look, when I'm in the background, it gets brighter on you, doesn't it?
It's the coloring is wrong or the brightness. You've killed it.
How have I killed it?
I don't know. You're the last one with it.
Yesterday, you were using it, sir.
Oh.
Last night when you were in the Vineyard Farmhouse, so it's not my fault.
It's not that important whose
fault it
is.
Hey, Seven Kin Homestead, how are you? You just blamed me, and now you're backtracking. Like, backtracking. Yeah.
John Wesley Saban has a interesting question here.
Oh, let me say hi. Hey, Rick from Welcome to My Cape Cod Life. Okay, so what's for dinner? He asked, what's for dinner?
More importantly, where'd the charger go?
Where's the charger?
Why are we falling apart?
Okay, let me go get the charger.
Why don't I go get the charger?
You go get the charger.
So
hurry up.
My shirt.
You better hurry up, though. You literally have 3 minutes to get the charger and plug it in. Come on.
Don't tell me what to do.
You literally move slow. You cannot move that fast. I doubt you can move that fast. Guys, if this dies on me, come back. Stay with us, please, because he doesn't move quick. Like, there's like he doesn't do things quickly. He just goes slowly. Our computer's about to die. So this is the computer that the kids use for school during the week. And so, yeah, they let it go down to nothing. So he's got to go hurry up and try to find the charger for it really quick before it dies. And it's literally at like a minute left, 2 minutes left. So if he doesn't come back here before then, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Yes. So the kid. Oh, look! I'm like stalling out in here. Hurry up, Eric! We're like really low on juice here. So let's see. Yeah, the kids use this computer.
Get out of my seat, woman.
I thought you were going to change your shirt.
I can't. Oh, okay.
Here,
move over.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to be over. This is so unprofessional. This is what
happens when I'm not thorough about things.
Hey, Heather, how are you? This is what happens when Eric gets in really late from work and I didn't come in here and set up everything on time. Hey, Miss Denise, how are you? We were just talking about Denise the other day on our podcast because I said I needed to have Papa Jim's number over there with Alicia because I was worried because Alicia was getting like really overheated up in her studio where she records.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, seriously, I looked at Casey and I was like, if she like falls down or has a heart attack or something, what are we going to do? We don't have Papa Jim's number. And I told Casey and Alicia later, I was like, I'll be calling Miss Denise. I'll be PMing her, blowing her phone up and be like, could you do me a favor and go check on Alicia? Go knock on their door at 11:30 at night, making sure she's alive.
So you just want to get like everybody's neighbors' numbers now?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm going to do. I got Papa Jim's number, so we're good now.
Interesting story about that.
Hey, Betty Jean.
We actually had a cow issue at some point in time. And Monica started calling the neighbor. And the neighbor didn't answer the phone, so then she made me to go over and stalk through the house.
No, because the neighbor...
on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we roll up in there and I start looking in the house, here comes the lady walking past the window.
But that's because she
was... So I became a peeping Eric.
She was by herself. Her...
That's what makes it creepy.
Was gone. Oh, my hair is being weird. Hey, Christine, Miss Gillum Farms. Or as people like to say, Gilliam, even though it's Gillum, and it's a problem because they're from Oklahoma, so we have to excuse that. And I think Tiny Farm Nuggets, I think Deborah is here from Tiny Farm Nuggets. I haven't seen her yet, though, so I was looking. Oh, there's Tiny Farm Nuggets. How are you?
Does our video look that bad?
It's grainy up here. How do we look? Do we look grainy? Because it's looking pretty grainy on my computer right here.
All right, are we getting to dinner now?
Okay, so what's for dinner? Wesley asked, what's for dinner?
What's for dinner? So the other night I was asking or talking about dinner and Monica had come in late and she was like, you always bring up dinner. And so I was on someone else's live last night co-hosting.
Yes.
And
he says when he's co-hosting, he goes, sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm not used to co-hosting. Really?
Was there more to that?
You literally co-host with me every single Thursday.
Oh, no. I am the host.
Really?
Anyway.
Get out of here.
So, dinner-wise,
hey, I was
on the live last night, and as soon as one of the other...
Homestead, hi.
I can't talk about dinner and butt nuggets at the same time.
Just stop it. It's eggs. That's what you had for dinner tonight. Duck butt nuggets.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Go on.
Yeah. So as soon as I get on there, the guy asked what I had for dinner.
People like to hear about your dinner.
Yeah. People want to know. And so tonight I was going to bring it up anyway, whether you like it or not, because I am the host and you're the co-host. But what I wanted to talk about was what was made for dinner. So on our, we were hosted last night also at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you didn't get a chance to go check it out, go do so.
Hi, Jerry.
Over at Bushcraft.
Jerry said he needs a therapy cow and some salsa verde Doritos. I agree.
And so we were on the
Bushcraft Family.
Bushcraft Family.
And then we jumped over in a Vineyard Farmhouse.
There was a reason why I was going.
Bushcraft didn't have anything to do. He didn't care about our dinner.
Oh, yes. No, he did care. Because he was asking about how we process animals and things like that. And so the conversation was brought up about how we've made our own Spam.
Yes.
And so tonight, Monica utilized homemade Spam with, what was it?
Zucchini and onions.
And, there's onion in there too?
There was onions. I sauteed them down really for a long time because I did not want the kids to be like, there's onion in here. I'm not eating it. But they had no clue. Zero idea. I forgot you could see that. Oh, hey, Gwen's in here. Look, she made lasagna with homemade ricotta and homemade mozzarella. Excuse me.
Homemade ricotta?
And homemade mozzarella. Oh. She made homemade mozzarella. Was it goat cheese mozzarella?
So anyway.
Interesting.
We had
mozzarella?
Pretty much everything homemade today for dinner, which was awesome.
Yeah.
That's always exciting when you can say that you've grown or made everything, like Gwen's saying there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, even if that's not everything homemade, that's a lot of homemade stuff right there.
That's some good stuff.
Anyway, so yes, both lives last night were very, very delightful. We really appreciate everybody for having us on.
Hey, Adventures Outdoor Eagle, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
There was something else I was going to say to you.
Besides the fact you don't know how to co-host, okay?
I didn't know how to co-host for him.
You just do what you're doing now.
No,
you were supposed to be like his Eli. You know how Troy over Bar Run Forge does all the work, and then Eli does all the side stuff, and he's like, "Dad, this is what's going on." Blah blah blah. Scott. You know how Eli's like, "Hey, Dad, they said such and such came in," and so Troy can still do all the work stuff, right? That's what you were doing last night on Vineyard Farm. You were Brian's Eli. You were Brian's Monica, apparently.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. Oh, he's on his own thing tonight. Not on his.
Where's Texas Carnivore?
What? Oh, Brian said he did exactly what he was supposed to do. That's very nice, Brian. You're so sweet.
Yeah, he's very nice. I was horrible. I was watching some other people. I was like, well, those are good co-hosts. I was horrible.
I think you did a good job.
No, it was a nice show.
It was for sure. He has good people coming on to,
well,
have
last
good
night he had great
and
people on.
He did. And yesterday was Rebecca's birthday.
Yes.
From Rebecca at Touch by Yarn.
Do you know how old she is?
I don't. 26. I think she turned 26. Yeah, she turned 26. Yeah.
Again.
And she got steak for dinner. Ronald took her out. Ronald be getting deep pockets, boy. He's like taking my sister. Oh,
he's making it rain.
Yeah. So she had some steak for dinner. I thought that was awesome. I was listening in when I was in the garden watering. So
very nice.
I let you have your time.
No,
I let you have your time away from me.
You didn't, because you were texting me.
I was texting you to make sure you had information that you needed. See, that's why I'm starting to call this Thursday therapy, so we can catch up and make sure we work out all the kinks in our marriage for the week. This is all the time where we can be mildly passive aggressive, but not really, because it's really not passive aggressive. It's just us being us. She made it with goat's milk. I love that.
All right, so can you take polls up in this joint?
Oh, yeah, you can. Hey, look, Vineyard Farmhouse. Brian said, supposed to be relaxed and fun. You didn't have any real responsibilities and you were just supposed to be there. Well, you should have gave him some responsibilities. He's better with stuff like that.
Well, it was funny.
He's a list maker.
It was funny because while he was talking at one point, I was looking at the StreamYard screen here, and I'm clicking on comments trying to get him up onto the screen.
Oh, that's so cute.
But you couldn't. I couldn't.
Oh, you were powerless.
I had no power.
That is so cool, Gwen. You're awesome.
So
that'd be Gwen.
So
that'd be cool.
All right. So I was going to ask while everybody's in here.
I think I can do a poll. Hold on,
it's a double-sided question.
Oh, you have to do a poll up here.
Don't worry about it because it's probably going to log.
It'll mess up the Wi-Fi.
Don't even mess with it. What I was going to ask was there's 27 people in here. I'm very interested to see one, do
Regina,
you like cheese? And number 2, what is your favorite cheese?
Well, there's a
And I'm
difference
not-
between liking cheese
No,
and
no.
being able to eat cheese.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Nobody needs to know if you can handle 8 pounds of cheese. We just need to know, do you like it? And if you do, what's your favorite type of cheese? Do you have a favorite?
No, I don't really like cheese like that.
You don't like cheese.
I don't need cheese.
So you don't like blue cheese?
I mean, if it's on
You
salad,
don't
but
like nacho cheese?
I can take it or leave it.
You don't like Parmesan?
No, not really. I mean, I eat it on things, but
All right.
I don't need cheese.
I'm going to
Seriously?
talk to you guys here
I don't need
tonight.
cheese. Oh, there you go. Roberta says Chipotle cheddar from Aldi's. And Gwen says goat milk is kind of like zucchini, except you can put it in people's cars or on their doorstep.
Hold up.
Except you can't put it in people's cars or on the doorstep.
Hold on.
So you always have enough. You always have more.
Who was that made that comment about what?
Pepper jack cheese, any smoked cheese, Outdoor Eagle.
All
And
right.
Vineyard Farmhouse says, I
All right.
love cheese too much. Pepper jack is my fave. Chipotle cheddar.
I want
is
to put
Roberta.
that on hold for just a second.
Just said the cheese stuff.
Well, I know, but I wanted to address something.
Wait, Betty Jean, you're in the hospital. Oh my goodness.
I hope all is well.
Yeah.
Or going better.
Yeah.
maybe?
Hopefully you're recovering. You're getting better from that. Oh my goodness. Well, Betty Jean, we're going to be praying for you. That's crazy.
You're writing it down.
I am writing it down.
Write that down, Miss Betty Jean
Yeah. Say her last name.
Heinsohn.
Heinsohn. Yes.
I don't know what's wrong with you. It's just regular English. You just have to sound it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the cheese. Let's see.
Don't give Miss Betty Jean. You don't need to have no cheese right now, okay?
Yeah, don't be eating cheese.
Recover from that stroke first, and then you can get yourself back to eating cheese when the doctor says it's okay.
Yeah.
Low salt.
Let's see. We had homemade corn soft.
Shell tacos, everything in the garden, and canned meat from our pantry.
That is awesome.
Yum.
Let's see.
Well, Scott said I'm into a good mozzarella. Yeah. Jesse said fried mozzarella. That's it right there.
Fried mozzarella. Did I have fried mozzarella before? I feel like I have.
Oh no. Chris from Tillman's Family Farm had a massive heart attack 2 days ago. Wow. I'm gonna write that down too.
Well, maybe that's the more important thing right now is if anybody has any prayer requests.
Yeah. Oh my word. That's
throw them out
crazy.
there. Wow.
Ooh, hey, my wild home. Hey, just so you know, I did see your email. I just haven't gotten back to you yet because I want to talk to Eric first.
What?
I'm really delayed with emails these days.
What's?
They emailed us, so I did see your email though. I did see your email. I just saw it the other day. Just like
I
2
did
days
not
ago.
see your email.
No, he did not, but I just saw it. So.
But I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Ricky Ventures, how are you?
Oh, for crying out loud. Why am I so far behind? Here we go. Finally.
Regina's in here. Ricky Ventures
I was
in
looking
here.
for Roberta's Artistic Adventures.
And where she started talking about her cheese.
Because she said Chipotle cheddar.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. Can you get to Aldi's tomorrow?
I can.
Tomorrow?
I can try.
Tomorrow?
I have a Walmart pickup tomorrow, but I can try to get to Aldi's.
You can go to 2 stores in one day.
Aldi's is in Forney or Rockwall. And Mama don't go to Rockwall on Fridays. Maybe I'll try to go to Forney. Unless they get an Aldi in Quinlan. I'm not going to Greenville Aldi either because it's gross. Forney's the best. I'll go to Forney.
Okay. Moving right along. Make sure you put that on your list of prayer requests for Chipotle cheddar.
That is not acceptable.
All right.
But I will put Chipotle cheddar cheese from Aldi's though.
So Brian is saying I love cheese too much. I love cheese too.
Yeah, he does.
Pepper jack is really good as well. So sometimes the chunk is better than the slices, though. It depends on what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Enjoy pepper jack cheese. Okay, smoked cheese. Man,
hey,
smoked
Jen,
cheese.
how are you? Good times. Homestead with Jen and Steve. Hi, Ember. How are you? Guess what? Jen has 4 puppies at once. She went and got 2 puppies, like, house puppies.
She bought 4?
No, ready? She got 2 puppies. Y'all need to go check out her channel because I was like doing a double take because she got puppies and she did a video on these new puppies and I was like, oh, they're so cute because they're like Basset Beagle mixes or something. Correct me because I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're super cute, right? So they're like little, they're brother sister, they're adorable. And then she posted like yesterday or the day before that she literally had 2 puppies and she's like, puppy time, and I'm like, wait a second, these puppies look different. So she drove and picked up puppies.
She picked up more?
Well, she picked up the first 2 puppies from a rescue. The second 2 puppies, I guess, were neighbor puppies that came to her yard a bunch of times, and then she like adopted them. She's got 4 puppies at once. Crazy. And all I can hear Steve saying is, good times. Good times. Absolutely cuckoo loco. I love it. That is literally, she's living my dream.
Oh my goodness. All right, back to the
Puppies
cheese.
make you happy.
No, that
yes, they
anger
do.
me.
They give you,
All
they
right.
have like serotonin.
We got some good mozzarella. I am all up into the mozzarella.
Frontier Survival's in here. Hello. 2 Doves, Bees, and Gardens. Hi. We're talking about your favorite cheese. If you like cheese. If you don't like cheese, put it in the chat. We want to know.
Yeah, if you don't like cheese.
And Dale's in here, and she likes cheese. A good sharp cheddar. That's Eric
man.
loves sharp
cheddar. Cheddar's off
This
the
man will
chain.
eat sharp cheddar like he's a mouse. Because like I'll get a block from Costco. Like a block, like a big block.
Wait a minute. We got,
kind you should
we
shred.
got Ariel likes the sharp cheddar too.
Yeah, and pepper jack. See, I like pepper jack. It's good. I could take it or leave it. Either way.
Dude, if I made my own pepper jack, I could add additional peppers into it.
Steve just said, hi, I'm Steve. Hi. Hi, Steve. I'm Monica.
Let's see. Kobe. I'm not really into the Kobe. I don't know. I feel like they can't make their mind up if they want to be cheddar or what is it? It'll mix of like cheddar and what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Cheddar.
I feel like it can't make its mind up. That's what I have a problem with.
So Ricky Venture said 4 puppies great when they are sleeping.
Right on.
Hey Megan, how are you? This is Jocelyn's friend Megan. You know Megan. You don't know Megan, but I know Megan. Hi Megan. Thanks for coming in. He won't remember you until I explain.
Wait, is this a cheese? Is she dubbing it or jumping in on this?
Dublin or cheese?
Is that a cheese?
I don't know. Her husband's in the military, so they've been places.
It's probably like a German thing. Look that up. I need to know what this is. Oh my
gosh. Okay, Dublin. I'm trying to catch more comments because you're super.
Goat cheese. I'm down with goat cheese.
Okay, let's look up Dublin cheese. It is a sweet granular cheese made from pasteurized cow's milk, aged over a year, and manufactured by Carberry, located in County Cork, Ireland.
That's fancy.
Fancy.
She's getting the fancy award.
The cheese is named after the city of Dublin, although it's made in County Cork.
Oh, Dubliner. Okay.
The Dubliner.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. Oh, wait.
Gwen's favorite is sharp cheddar, but I can't make that because I don't have the press or cheese. A cheese cave. You have to have a cheese cave to age it.
What?
I don't know if you knew that or not, but you gotta have a cave. I don't know why she doesn't have a cave. Like most God-fearing Americans have a cave somewhere. I don't know that she really needed to mention that she didn't have a cave. I feel like that was kind of like a given, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. I think Megan over at My Wild Home just had it. Halloumi is a cheese made from a mixture of goats. My Wild Home.
Okay, time out.
Gouda.
Time out.
You're too far away in the chat.
This is what's happening right now. People are just trying to blow our minds with the different names for cheeses.
Well, you're too far back in the chat.
Who's eating halloumi?
Somebody that went to Costco and got fancy cheese. She lives in Alaska.
It's from Cyprus.
Or not really Alaska. My Wild Home lives somewhere on an island. She lives on her own island. She can eat fancy cheese.
But it's from Cyprus.
It's made from...
It's not in Costco. It's in Cyprus.
Cheese made from a mixture of goats and sheep milk, although sometimes cow's milk. Texture is described as squeaky. I don't know if I want squeaky cheese.
I've had squeaky cheese. I didn't know you could describe it like that.
Well, they are. Hey, Charles is in here from Bushcraft Family. How are you? Okay, good night, Betty Jean. Thank you so much for coming in. Please feel better, and we'll be praying for you. Hope you get out of the hospital.
Yes.
This week, soon.
Right there.
She said she's got to go to the nurse's room. I have to go. Nurses are in the room. Have a good night.
No, tell the nurses to chime in. What kind of cheese do they like?
Oh my gosh. Hey, Rebecca's in here. Multi-Hunter's in here. How are you guys? Y'all, she said, yeah, y'all, I am not a cave woman. She is not a cave woman. Eric is so far behind in the chat. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm trying to find.
Sharp cheddar bite is so good. Eric loves a sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar with cheese with apples. That's a good one, Kevin.
Here we go. Oh, Betty Jean. Oh, how long ago did Betty Jean leave?
She just left a minute ago. Eric,
well, you said I'm so far from in the chat.
You're far behind.
She says the
Sarah
H,
likes sharp cheddar.
The H is silent, so it's Einsen.
No, there's a second H in it, Eric.
Where?
The second H in Heinzen. The second H is.
Oh, I thought she was talking about cheese.
Good thing I'm the co-host.
That's what a good co-host does. And that's what I
Yes.
didn't do for
Sarah
Brian.
likes sharp cheddar, Parmesan, and gruyere. John, pepper jack. Wait, I'm sorry. Sharp cheddar is Parmesan and gruyere together. I don't get it. I don't know. Okay. So I said multi-hunters in here. Hello. Good times episode with Jen and C. Jen said Dubliner is a good Irish cheese. I could actually hear her saying that too. Let's see.
Regina's got it right here. This is all you need to know.
Love all cheeses.
Oh,
she just capped everything over.
Heath just stepped up the game.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So
cheese. We're so cheesy in here.
But now that does ask something else though.
It begs the question, what kind of grilled cheese?
That's
and do you put tomatoes on it or bacon on it?
Yes.
Or do you add fried egg? Or do you add nothing at all? Is it a double cheese? Is it a triple cheese? Or what kind of cheese is on your grilled cheese? The cheese tax. The cheese tax. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, Seven Kin said good times. I literally hide it from my kids so I can eat it all. Oh, that's hilarious. Heavenly Hills is in here. How are you?
Brian's got it going on.
I buy cheese in a 1 inch by 4 by 4 and eat it like a candy bar.
Right there.
Eric will take the big block from Costco. No joke. Put it in his hand, peel the edge away, and be like,
"That's only if I don't have a knife. I'm not some savage. Settle down."
There are always teeth marks in that cheese, always, and I have to like cut off the end so I can use it.
Especially when we have guests for dinner.
Yes, it's so embarrassing. Don't know that I was thinking I can't mod. I got beagles underfoot. Oh, no, that's fine. You don't have to mod. It's okay. You don't have to feel like you have to mod when you come in here. Please don't. It's okay. Fallen Arkansas veterans, how are you?
Here's the thing, too, is when you slice with cheese and crackers, or cheese crackers and peanut butter.
Oh, Sarah says it's Gruyere.
Ooh.
Green air, not green air. Gruyere. That's how you say it. Gruyere.
Extra sharp.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so far behind, too.
Oh,
let's see. Grilled cheese with 4 types of cheese, Regina said. Grilled cheese with cowboy candy is the best, Charles from Bushcraft says. Oh my gosh. Got a cheeseburger for Josh? We do not have a cheeseburger for Josh tonight. Prayer request from my housemate. She's suffering from climate change, which makes my life difficult as she can do very little for herself. Can I use that as an excuse?
You cannot.
Climate change.
You gotta.
Is that a real thing, Ariel?
I mean, she said it.
I will pray for her.
Yeah.
But can I use that excuse?
Climate
change is like when
cheese
and chips. Ember likes cheese and chips.
Well, I mean, it's cheese.
Or so she's just cheesy.
It goes with everything.
I like government cheese. Oh, there you go. I think my favorite kind of cheese is cheese puffs.
See, now you're cheating. Now you're jumping. You're jumping on Heath with his grilled cheese. Now you're going into
Sarah likes sharp cheddar.
puffs.
See, Gruyere. You're way behind. Oh my word! Got to be real cheese, not the cheese and oil mix. Yeah, I agree. The best cheese is the nacho cheese on your fingers after eating a bag of Doritos.
The powdered cheese.
The powdery.
That is government cheese, isn't it?
The cheese, yeah.
The dehydrated stuff.
No, he's talking about the stuff that's on your hands after you eat the Doritos.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah. Munster cheddar swish with Pam cooked into the bread. Best grilled cheese ever.
I feel like
they're really stepping it up. People are really going
Miss Rebecca, what about Ronald? What's his favorite cheese?
Yeah, ask Ronald what his favorite cheese is if he's around. Extra sharp cheddar. That's Eric can be eating some sharp cheddar.
All right, see,
we got some white sharp
does this
cheddar
even
cheese
count?
whiz.
Does
yes.
this even count? Come on.
You know what? That Frito-Lay jalapeno cheese dip, bomb with some good barbecue Doritos. Boom, right there. We have lots of caves up in Arkansas. Yeah. She could be making cheese. What was it? What did you need to make cheese? What did you need to make?
So she got to hang her sharp cheese.
In order to make sharp cheese, you have to be a cave woman.
Yeah.
So Jen has caves.
And
Gwen's not a cave woman, but Jen might be.
Ricky also has some caves if you're looking for some good caves.
Up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sherman's Family Farm is in here. Welcome. Wait, Eric needs to try the Famunda cheese. I don't even know.
Is it real? Look it up.
I have no idea. No, we've lost all control now.
People are just making
Heavenly
cheeses.
Hills, Ryan said provolone cheese.
Provolone. Oh man.
Jason, oh wait, Jesse's girl. Oh, Lisa likes Havarti cheese. Your parents be getting all kinds of cheese. His parents are the sweetest things, right? They'll be sitting there after dinner. Like dinner wasn't enough. They have to chase it with some cheese, but it's not like regular cheese. It's like fancy cheese that's like special wrapped. And they come out, his dad comes out with his like,
oh, what's the name of that
his
cheese?
little paring knife. And he comes out with this like block of cheese and he's like, anybody want cheese? And he's like,
yeah,
shaving. I don't know what my face is doing that. He doesn't do that with his face, but he's like,
he comes out with
he's shaving off and giving it to the kids.
He comes out with the cheese like most people ask if you want coffee after dinner. What did you say? It was his chaser?
Like his chaser.
Yeah.
Like his dinner wasn't adequate.
It just wasn't enough. You gotta
so yeah.
You gotta polish it off
Sherman
with
said,
a little bit of cheese.
Yeah, so he has to chase his actual dinner with some like specialty cheese from the Costco. Because it's not just Costco, it's the Costco. It's like the place. But he's like, he's shaving it off. And then he's asking the kids for it. He's like, what do you want?
What is it? Now we're putting years on it.
Rick is fancy.
That's Fancy Town.
Yeah.
He's from Cape Cod.
Mm-hmm. Fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Yep. That's what it is.
I went really fast there.
Well, you're so from my. When our daughter was little, she always asked for a grilled cheese sandwich. That's what Abigail did. She said the boys couldn't have any because it was a girl cheese. I'm like, all right, guys. Hey, I wonder if it's that, Eric. If that's your light problem up there, not here.
Up in heaven?
Up there.
That's
not in heaven. What are you even talking about?
I don't know. You were saying there's a problem with there ain't no problem with God's light. You better be watching.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here.
Regina says grilled cheese with 4 types of cheese. Now, here's the thing. You got to guess what those 4 are. She's not telling. It's their special recipe, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Grilled cheese with cowboy candy is okay.
Yeah, Charles leveled it up right there.
He did. Look, I feel like we went from cheese to like full-on dinners now.
Grilled cheese ham egg sandwich.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, we did the one with the spam. So it was like cheese, spam.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, cheeseburger. So we had cheese. We did cheese, spam, and egg before.
Brian, now that's a problem, buddy.
1 foot. Oh, yeah, we did see. It was a foot.
He said it was a 1 inch by 4 inch by 4 inch.
No, he said 1 foot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That thing's like a massive.
I know,
it went from like this to this.
I know, but we read 1 inch, but it was actually 1 foot is what he wrote. I just thought he typoed. So that's why I said 1 inch. Munster cheddar, Swiss parm cooked onto the bread. Best grilled cheese ever. Parm cooked into the bread.
I mean, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm going to try that thing.
Cheddar, mozzarella, parmigiano, romano. No, she's just getting fancy.
Oh, okay. There, see.
Oh, my gosh.
There you have it. There's your answer.
Climate change, blood clots from the you know what. Oh, that's what it. Oh.
Is that like specialty?
That's terrible.
Talk?
There's a lot of.
Oh, man.
Okay, I don't want to use that excuse. Never mind. That's terrible.
We're just praying. How about that?
Yes, we're praying for
Pepper jack and frozen grapes. Wait, what? Miss Regina.
I'm going to write that down, just the blood clot thing.
Somebody not reboot, but just boot Miss Regina for
Do not boot her.
She got to go.
Jesse did that last time you said to boot somebody.
Did he really?
Yes. Don't do that.
You know why?
Don't boot anybody.
Because I'm the host.
What did I say last time, Jesse?
And you're the co-host.
Don't listen to him.
That's what you need to remember. How far behind are we? We are talking about provolone here still.
Yeah, we just happened on our live last night. Spent the whole time talking about cooking squash. Yeah, see? Hey, Garrett, how are you? Garrett's in here. I thought you were on a trip. Garrett? Gary? I thought you were on a trip.
Garrett?
Isn't he on a trip? Snake Hunter Cave Woman. That's true. Yep, Snake Hunter Cave Woman.
All right, let's see what other kind of cheese.
Cooked Parmesan cheese is delicious.
Havarti, I think we talked about that.
Pepper Jack and loves frozen grapes. Yeah, he is way behind. Have you seen the photos from the Italian cheese bank? Crazy. Italian cheese bank? What are you even talking about? What is that?
Right here, look. That's high society, a little brie after dinner.
Yes, that is exactly. That is what his parents do. Okay, I'm looking up Italian cheese bank.
We're not getting off the cheese subject, but Charles is mentioning that he just hit 400 after 3 months struggle.
Yay!
To get there. So hope it sticks.
That's awesome.
Just keep your nose to the grindstone.
Yep. Italian cheese bank. Parmesan cheese to replace loans.
You know what? I haven't heard anybody mention yet. Now, I am behind a little bit on the notes.
That's hilarious.
But
this is so stupid.
Jesse, I guess, wasn't real happy with my comments.
Really up in heaven. Yeah, because it was nonsensical.
Wait.
Hey, Jackie Sailor, how are you doing?
What is this? A cheddar mozzarella parmesan romano? What is that? Like, is that all wrapped in one?
Yeah, all of it.
Nah.
Yeah, he's way behind. I just saw the photos from the Italian Cheese Bank. That is crazy. That's cuckoo loco. Almost as cuckoo loco as Jen from Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve getting 4 puppies at one time. Almost. Just a little bit less.
So talk about the cheese. Regina.
Ember's living her best life. Her kids are living their best life. I'm just saying.
Regina is not real specific about cheese, just whatever, like her 4 that are in the fridge.
She's just pulling 4. She's like, it's got to be 4. If there's only 3 3 in the fridge.
She's like, out. Yeah.
No grilled cheese today.
No grilled cheese.
I can't do it with just 3.
No.
Not adequate.
Can't have the trifecta. It's got to be.
Not the quadfecta.
There you go. Thank you. I was trying to figure it out.
Jackie Sailor, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're healing still. Gwen said she bought a 25-pound wheel of cheese for her daughter's wedding reception. Thank goodness we got it wholesale.
I've never heard of anybody buying 25 pounds. That's video worthy right there.
I did look it up. Okay, wait. Somebody said there was something going on. Wait, Charles said, oh, here it is. Charles said, I finally get a gate on my surgery for my right leg. August 3rd. All right, Charles, we'll be praying for you. Ariel, that's terrible too. She said she's been dealing with some things that she's never wished to see. Yeah, I hate that for you. That's awful. Charles having surgery August 3rd. That's coming up, Charles. That's what, next Tuesday? Next Wednesday? Next Thursday. I'm like trying my hardest. Next Thursday. Speaking of next Thursday.
Yeah.
We may or may not have a live next Thursday. Eric will not be here. Maybe I'll come on here and hang out with you guys for a little bit. Maybe I'll pop in and do a quick little 1-hour live stream. But Eric will not be in here.
Back to this is very important.
The cheese sauce on a Philly cheesesteak.
Is this a real Philly cheesesteak or is this like the modified California version?
You are so mean.
No, I'm saying that because down here in Texas, these jokers can't figure out what a Philly cheesesteak sub is. I remember when we first moved down here and I was jonesing for a Philly cheesesteak sub.
Yeah.
And we went into this one restaurant because I had had enough of everybody telling me, yes, it's Philly cheesesteak. And then by the time you get it, it's not. I walk into the front counter and I asked the lady, as a young girl, and I said,
hey, Sharon.
I said, can you tell me what you have on your Philly cheesesteaks? And she told me like green peppers or something like that. And I'm like, that is not a Philly cheesesteak. I got to go.
I know, Gwen.
Out the door I went.
We're hearing about all these different cheeses. There's so many cheeses. We're having to take cheese notes.
Well, we'll ask Mom. Mom, what is that? Jarlsberg. That's what it is.
Jarlsberg. Yes, because she like rolls it off her tongue.
Okay.
Jarlsberg.
So here's what I was going to say.
I just did a really good impression of Dave. I hope you guys saw it. It was me pulling my block of cheese out and getting my sharp object, and I was like, and like handing the kids out some cheese.
So okay.
I can't do his face though. He smiled maybe. I don't know what he does.
I think he's got a knife in his hands. He's being serious.
Is he scowling?
No, it's just a serious. He's got to focus.
I don't know what he's doing with his face.
You can't be goofing around when you got a knife in your hand.
If Eric's not going to be there next week, get yourself a co-host substitute. I could do that. I could do that. I'm going to look around.
Let's see. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of different cheeses as well tonight. So those who just jumped in here, we're trying to figure out if you like cheese, what is your favorite type of cheese? And some people, I don't think it's really favorite cheese. They're just trying to come up with names I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
But one that I have not heard yet is the cream cheese. Where's the cream cheese? Is
that real cheese, though?
Yeah.
Cream cheese,
if we're counting Cheese Whiz,
yeah.
We're definitely counting cream cheese. Cream cheese on some jalapeno poppers.
Oh, my gosh. In jalapeno poppers, not on it. You don't just like,
okay.
It's got to be cooked in it. Jackie, I did see that. I had seen that he grew that pumpkin really fast, too. Yeah.
Brenda Mossy, do not worry. We're just talking about favorite cheeses. So let's see. Mom is a Swiss woman. That's another one we haven't heard tonight. I'm a little bit surprised. Mm-hmm. I always liked that as a kid because I would put my fingers or tongue through the hole.
Sorry, I missed so much fun, but I'm here now. We're just talking about what kind of cheese you like because that's what we're doing. We're talking about food because that's how we start all of our therapy nights, our Thursday therapy where we discuss all of the things because Eric had a good dinner tonight. He had. What'd you have? We didn't have any cheese in it though. I should have put cheese in your eggs, huh? We had eggs.
I actually put some shark cheese on top.
There you go.
Yeah,
I knew it.
yeah.
I knew he couldn't get away without having some cheese in that mess.
So I see this gentleman, the Grow Jack Outdoors, weighed in a pumpkin at 127 pounds.
Yeah. At 25 days since pollination. He's like literally like 13 years old.
Well, that's good for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bad for me.
Oh, there you go. The Chipotle cheddar is the specialty pre-sliced, pre-packaged cheese.
Ooh. Is there such thing as specialty cheese from Aldi?
Yeah, they have a lot of really fancy stuff at Aldi.
Really?
I could probably get you so many cheeses at Aldi you would never even understand what half of them are.
No way.
Yeah, way. No, Aldi's like, they have a lot of cheese. They have more cheeses probably than the Costco.
Yes, right
Doesn't
there.
a Philly cheesesteak have provolone?
Yes, it does.
In Maryland, it does.
Yes, it does.
In Philly,
well,
no, it doesn't.
If you want a legit
in Philly, it doesn't.
Philly,
it doesn't
have
has
Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz, not provolone.
But
yeah. Hey, Raquel's in here. She just
got wait a minute now.
If the park with Dex.
If we're doing
Velveeta.
Cream cheese, is whether or not that's legit.
Yeah.
What are we talking about on Velveeta? Is the Velveeta legit?
Yeah, it's legit.
Is American cheese legit?
Oh, there's Carrie. Carrie's in here from the Seven Kens. She came in on her own. She said, my favorite, the baby Swiss Baby Bells. Okay, the Baby Bell cheese is pretty darn good.
Oh, wait, what?
And if you eat the Baby Bell cheese, I didn't say it was my favorite or I even like loved it or I'm like jonesing for it now. I could care less. But the Baby Bell cheeses are pretty good when you have them with grapes. Cold grapes, Baby Bell cheeses.
What about what
is
that thing that Abigail makes for the fruits? Doesn't that have cream cheese?
Fruit dip, yeah. It's cream cheese and sugar.
Seriously?
Yeah. Not white sugar. It's powdered sugar. Which is white sugar that's ground up. It's really good.
What about when you take the cream cheese and then you put the
Velveeta and Rotel?
The hot pepper jam?
Yes.
You like that?
Yeah, it's good. You just said, what is your favorite cheese? I don't have a favorite because I don't really care about cheese that much. I can take it or leave it. Oh, there you go. Sharp cheddar cheese smoked over the campfire. So good. Garrett, I'm still wondering, aren't you at a camp out thing? Aren't you kayaking? How are you getting reception? And why are you on your phone right now?
Hey, he's dedicated to us.
Oh,
what
my
can
word.
I say? Jalapeno
celery,
jam.
cream cheese, and raisins. Right there.
Cream cheese and crackers.
Ants in a log.
Meal. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, what's ants in a log? Who?
Celery, cream cheese, and raisins. Right there.
I'm out on celery. Okay, it gets stuck in your teeth. It's like it's nature's version of
Brenda
floss.
Mossy said, "Nope, Velveeta, no way."
Really? You can make some good stuff with it, though.
Velveeta on iceberg lettuce. Velveeta boats. I bet you this is bringing back taco salad reminiscent.
Wait, what?
Velveeta.
Who said that?
Jen.
Jen who?
From Good Times Homestead.
All right, Jesse, get her out of here.
She's a mod, literally. Jesse, don't
unmod her before she.
Jesse might be gone. Is Jesse still here? Oh, he's still here. Okay.
Scott's here.
Velveeta says it's Velveeta. Wait, Jesse said. Jesse said Velveeta is all processed butt plug cheese.
Wait, what?
Charles said Velveeta is what I use in my taco burgers. And Broke Cowgirl says I've been craving a cherry cheesecake. She's gonna go make herself a cherry cheesecake now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cream cheese frosting on carrot cake. That's a good use of cream cheese. We gotta stop talking. Bar Run Forge is in here. How are you, Troy? We're talking about cheese because that's what we want to do on Thursday night is spend our time talking about cheese.
Right here. See this
and your favorite cheese.
This is what happens when you are
do not
the main
boot
host.
Anybody. Scott, don't do it.
Anybody.
What did I say? Don't listen to him.
If I give you the signal,
boss.
Just start booting people.
Oh, Garrett said I answered earlier, but you didn't see it. Okay, you kayaked earlier, but now I'm free. I don't have to be anywhere till 9:30. Well, there you go.
What is he, like in boot camp?
He's at church camp. He's at church kayak camp type thing.
Well, it just seemed kind of weird that he was like, I'm free.
He's at a church event
until 9:30. Okay.
How about government cheese? Yeah, somebody already said that too. Yeah, don't do it, Scott. Do not listen to him. It's not nice. He's not being nice. Regina says I have cheese with every meal. So
I'm down with that. Look, when I go to a party,
you and Regina will be best friends.
When I go to a party,
like, let's go, Regina. Let's get some cheese.
Can you use I'm going to see if I can say it correctly. A charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
What did I just say?
Not charcuterie.
What?
Charcuterie. Or maybe it's charcuterie.
Charcuterie? No.
Charcuterie.
And now you're making me mess it up.
It's charcuterie.
I love no.
Charcuterie.
This ain't no.
It's a Norwegian goat cheese that's
Here we
caramelized.
go.
Although Summer Cow's Milk Ski Queen is the only brand we get here. I have to go to Whole Foods. Scott, can we verify this is in Canada? This cheese that she's talking about?
It's
With all the
it's
Canadians.
Norwegian.
But she gets it in Canada with all the Canadians where they live. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do some fact finding on that.
Oh no, I'm not after you.
I feel like Ricky's trying to be on the up and up to keep the
charcuterie.
Keep the feds off of him or something.
Government is great. Yeah. Ricky's like, I like the government. Government's under awesome. It's good and wonderful. YouTube's like, give him some subs. They're like, woo. They threw all of Ricky's stuff out. As soon as he said government is great, all of Ricky's stuff from the past 6 months just went right up into everybody's forefront. So he's going to get all these subscribers now because YouTube is all like, he likes the government. Throw him out there. Good call, Ricky. I like the
brie.
Brie.
I knew
cheddar,
a brie
cheese.
one time. Do you think she was named after a cheese?
Oh my goodness, brie maybe. Is Gejhals what is happening?
No, people are just making stuff up now.
Ricotta cheese and lasagna and on pizza. I have never had ricotta cheese on pizza before. That's very interesting that you say that, Troy. I've never.
All right. Well, we were having a nice common.
Yes, Rochelle can get that stuff. Yes, it's confirmed from another Canadian. Rochelle can get. We
were having nice.
I said Raquel earlier.
Respectful conversation.
Why did I say that?
And now she's got to be throwing shade at people.
No, seriously,
that like
Velveeta. Shut my house. Ricky, nuh-uh.
Wait, what happened?
He said, seriously. Homeland Security showed up at his house this week, but we should probably not say that. Let's not say it on here.
So we got American Swiss, mozzarella, and
I had to look it up, charcuterie board, when I first heard of it, and I was like, oh, a cutting board with food on it. That's exactly it.
That's all it is.
Canada. Yeah. Canada.
Canada.
Oh, I always say Canada because it's Canadians. Canadians are from Canada, but it's actually Canada. I know how to say it, but I am joking. Yes, I'm joking. Yes, Rochelle can get the stuff. I think I called her Raquel earlier because I was thinking about Raquel.
It's okay.
Why do I do that every time?
It's okay.
I know who she is.
Yeah.
I literally talk to her. I like see stuff from her all the time.
That's still fun.
No, you can't put it out there. Just get it down.
Get
just in case something. Just get that down. Just in case.
Do you think right now Homeland Security is watching
I think that we probably should not put it up there because I think there's things you can't say on your channel, and it's probably better to have it off.
Like
of there.
Government.
Like just take it off, just in case.
You can't say just
take
it off.
He actually removed it from the comments.
Did he?
Yeah, Scott did. So I'm trying to be smart about it because probably shouldn't have it up.
Man, I'm scared now.
He said, sorry, Ricky. Wait, ye toast? Ye toast is ye tossed.
Oh, yeah, Scott took Ricky off.
He banned Ricky. No, he just took his comment off.
Oh.
He just deleted the message.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. He'll tell me later.
Is it something we should know about?
But don't say it on here if we're going to get in trouble.
So here's Miss Fancy Pants trying to tell us how to pronounce the Gidget toast. It's pronounced ye toast.
That's what I just said.
Really?
That's when I was like, oh, spazzing. Then my brain went all like weird on her and said her wrong name, even though I literally talk to her all the time. Doing all right. Helping my coffee maker gets done in the next 5 minutes. Oh, it's fine. Take your time.
Do you think I should not put that up there?
I've been hidden.
Do you think he's hiding right now?
No, he's not hiding right now. Eric Bland.
Should I not?
Seven Ken said that's why my channel must be growing so slowly. Yes, because you have to say things like, I like the government.
Oh, so, okay. So I'm being corrected that I'm not talking about him hiding.
That's fine, but you shouldn't say the comment that they actually took down. There's probably a Canadian, Acadian, Cajun, all the same geographic background. They're probably coming for their cheese. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about it. It was crazy. That's crazy. Literally
this
not
This
cool.
guy's got it going on right here.
Yeah.
Let me see if mine's hot. I had to bring mine from home.
Well, he's just saying because he's coming up here in the next 10 minutes. So he's trying to make sure that he can get in here before his coffee goes, so he doesn't miss his coffee.
Yeah, Ricky's back now. Thanks to Scott. He's got him. He's got it under control.
Crazy. Okay, so I was watching a live tonight.
Ricky's feelings were hurt. Go ahead.
Yeah. Make Ricky feel better. Go give him some love. If you haven't seen Ricky's channels, go watch his stuff. He's really good stuff over there. Okay. So I was watching a live tonight.
Okay.
And this guy that I was watching live on, super nice guy.
Okay.
Even though he mocks me all the time, makes fun of me all the time.
This must be Scott's
super
channel.
Nice guy. And Of course, it's funny because as soon as I go into his library, it's like, hey, Eric, hey, buddy. And then he's like, hey, man, it's really nice broing out with you last night. Really nice. Yeah, bro. And then I was like, hi, it's Monica. He was like, hey.
Oh, it's Troy.
It's Monica.
But it's probably
and then
because
tears were running down and like going psst on his hot iron because he realized I was watching him.
Yeah.
And then, he's actually serious though. I don't necessarily trust things that he says. But I mean, usually I trust pastors and stuff, but I'm just saying. Yeah, don't say anything, Charles. Mum's the word, Charles. Don't do nothing. Anyway, so but anyway, at the end of it, so he made like a door handle thing. Like he made this like really pretty, like decorative door handle. It went like this. It was like this. That's why I was doing like
trunk
this.
of a elephant?
No, it was like rounded. Okay, anyway, he made this really cool door handle. I was watching him and listening to him while I was making the dinner that you were like chowing down on right before we got on here. Anyway, and at the end though, it was really cool because he talked about fear and how a lot of people, are fearful of things, and how, sometimes when you look at what the Bible says, exactly, there's a lot of stuff you can't say unless you say it in code. But I can say this and I will never stop saying this stuff. But when you have fear that when, in the Bible, he talks about fear and how a lot of people are fearful, but when they explain, like, for instance, when the angels say, fear not, and then they explain what's going on or a little bit about the situation they're going to be in, then the people don't have to be afraid, right? They stop being afraid. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. No, I don't trust you. No, it doesn't hurt. I don't believe you. Anyway, but the thing is that it was really cool the way he ended it, because there's a lot of people that are dealing with sickness. You've got, Betty Jean, who's in the hospital. You've got Chris, who, had heart attacks, and then Ariel's roommates with blood clots. There's a lot of things that people have going on. And, yeah, I appreciate you, Scott. Thank you. And then Charles, who's having surgery on August 3rd. That's the thing. All these things are going on, and people could be so fearful of what's going on. But when you trust and that God's got you, and when you find out more about the situation, it maybe helps you feel a little bit less fearful. It was just really cool the way he ended it. So I just want to say, when you're on lives and when you're on doing things, and when you are watching channels and being a part of things, I hope that you're getting something out of it. I hope that you're either laughing or you're enjoying that time. I hope you're doing things that are making you happy too. And because when I was done watching the, video, and I was done watching his live, and of course it was Bar Run Forge. When I was done watching his live, he had made that gorgeous handle, and it was so pretty. And it was just really cool to hear him talking and to listen to him talk about the Lord and talk about fear in a real way. And it was just really cool to know that it really touched my heart to know that I'm getting something out of these things that I'm watching. There's good, positive things coming out of it. So I hope you guys get that out of our lives. I hope you enjoy yourself when you come in here and you can laugh. You can learn all about cheeses and all the things. And, I'm getting a little just like, there, but wait, what is with Frank the pug was with them?
Did you say that you get to learn about Jesus?
Yeah, you learn about Jesus and cheeses.
Oh,
cheeses and Jesus.
Yeah.
But no, I hope you're getting things out of it. I hope you're enjoying yourself, because I feel like that's part of why we do our lives, is because there are so many things that are out there that are negative and just, I love the government. And there's too much of that. And there just needs to be so much more fun and just Jesus and things, I was laughing when Eric had to go on. Watching Naughty Animals. There are so many naughty animals on this farm. Oh my gosh. And he does. Troy says it best. Randy Menser, one of the founding members of the Eagles. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that. See, I don't see things like that sometimes because I don't watch the news. I just don't. But yeah,
what does YP mean?
What?
Eric goes around.
Rounding has to go round up the naughty animals. Rounding up. She just meant UP. Okay. Up. So yeah.
Okay.
Peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the presence of God. That's true. It's so true. Hey, Tish. No judgment here with Tish Ross is in here. And it was so funny because there's all guys in his live stream, and then me, and then Tish comes in. Now he's already said how, it's Monica. Ugh. And then he's like, Tish comes in. He's like, hey, pretty, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, okay. chopped liver over here, chopping up spam in my skillet.
So you got the wrong name.
He can only call her, because he's like, it's okay, I can call her pretty because that's what they call her. And I'm like, yeah,
You gotta like nice. One up that and be like beautiful or something like that.
That's not my name. My name was Monica. Call me Monica. It's fine. But it was just funny because he was all like, oh, it's Monica. He was just sad because Eli wasn't there. Eli was at church camp still.
He's out and about.
Yeah. Ricky, do they do the flashy thing? Oh my gosh. Jesus loves cheese.
I don't know that I've ever read about cheese in the Bible, but man, if they didn't have it, they missed out.
Do you think cheese is in heaven?
Cheese? Mm-hmm. No, there ain't gonna be no food in heaven.
You won't need it. That would be a good bumper sticker. Jesus loves cheeses. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, so Eric likes cheese. Monica could take it or leave it.
Well,
probably because for a long time I don't eat dairy. There was times where I was nursing babies and I didn't eat dairy. Every time I had a baby for like the last 5 kids, I stopped eating dairy for an entire year.
Yeah.
Or longer.
I know, we were having a good time, and she's what we call a killjoy.
Oh, yeah, I am talking about Jesus.
No, on a serious note, since we're on the serious note business here, that was the thing last night. I was co-hosting over at the Vineyard Farmhouse, and it was really nice just to kind of be engaged in that environment. And there's a lot of people in there that really are just supportive of one another, and it was nice.
It was very nice. I was watching you from a distance, trying to stay away, but I came in and interrupted you with coffee that you requested me bring you, just so you know. And no, Gwen, I wasn't pregnant for a year. I actually, I would have babies, and then when my babies were born, I would stop eating dairy because it would always make them like super.
Look, he's talking to you.
He's talking to Tish.
Oh, still talking to Tish?
But whenever I was nursing babies, I would always stop. Eric doesn't know how to read. Yeah, he doesn't know how to read your texting. But I would stop nursing. When I was nursing babies, I would stop eating dairy. So I would like not eat cheese for basically a year at a time. So yeah, it happens. She's part elephant. Wait, who is part elephant? No, I'm not part elephant. Thanks. I already have like issues with,
body images.
This. So yeah.
You just did that?
I did that because that elephant, she's called me an part elephant.
Who said that?
Rochelle.
Boot her.
No, do not boot her.
Oh, okay.
Stop saying that.
Where's Scott? My gosh. I need to know where Scott is.
Stop it.
I need to have him on text just so I can just give it to him.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Be Charming is in here. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, thank you for coming in. It's not chopped liver, it's pate.
That pate may go with some of that cheese that we were talking about earlier.
Because I was pregnant for a year. That's why I'm part elephant. Thanks, Rochelle.
Are you sure you don't want me to just give her the boot?
No, Scott said she be gone. You better not. Do not listen to him.
Just
Scott.
Give me the word.
Do not. That sounds like a t-shirt.
Give me the word?
No. Eric Clapton wrote a song about there will be no more cheese in heaven, right? I think it was tears in heaven, not cheese. Do you think they had wine and no cheese? I think they ate wine and carbs. They carb loaded.
They had caves there.
They did have caves.
They had caves.
They had to have had cheese. If they had caves and wine, they definitely had cheese.
All right, where's all my pastors out there? we need to start doing some biblical research quickly to know whether or not Jesus partook in cheese.
Did Jesus eat cheese?
Did he?
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually curious. Now, where's Jesse? Scott, somebody who's the researcher? We need to have like a designated. Scott, stay ready with that hair trigger finger, just in case you got to click somebody out of here.
Okay, I'm looking it up. It says bread might have been dipped in olive oil and served with olives or legumes to make a more meal substantial. Cheese, dates, and honey were also fairly commonplace menu items in first century Galilee. So cheese and dates and honey were around when Jesus was. So there you go. Was cheese eaten in biblical times? So it probably was.
Okay.
It was probably goat cheese that they put in a cave and cooked it up. And then they made pizza.
Make sharp goat
pizza
cheese.
with olives. Oh.
What about olives and cheese?
Oh, there you go.
That would be good.
Ryan said, I'm right here. Assist, Pastor. Are you assistant pastor, Ryan? That's cool.
Let's go.
Oh, there you go. Right there. 1 Samuel 17:18. NIV. Take along these 10 cheeses to the commander of their unit.
No way.
2 Samuel 17:29. David was offered cheese among other foods after his foray of many days into the wilderness.
I never.
Thank you, Jesse.
So
thank you, John and Sarah.
What we're getting at is you are a true Bible believer.
And cheese is super old.
If you love cheese.
And Bar Run 4 says 1 and 2 Samuel right there. Boom. Right there. Cheese. The Israelites drank goat cheese and sheep's milk when it was, or drank goat and sheep's milk when it was available in the spring, and ate butter and cheese.
Look.
Hey, Grace and Fire, how are you? Look at the picture. Supper. That was an actual picture too.
Look it up. Now I need to see the Last Supper. There's no way.
Oh my
Is there actually cheese in there and we missed it? You know, normally we give like a really big howdy do to our.
We're just gonna have to bring him up so that we can discuss cheese.
Yeah,
and
I'm just bringing him in because he looks like he wants to talk about cheese.
Definitely, there looks like little cheese balls there. It looks like the ones you can get at the Costco. You have to put the thing up here. There you go. Okay. I mean, it's possible there was cheese. Josh, what say ye? Do you think there was cheese at the Last Supper?
Well, if they knew how to eat the right kind of food, there was.
I mean, it's looking like there might have been some cheese on that table. Looks like Jesus is pointing right to the cheese. I mean,
I don't know if that's a legit Last Supper painting though.
This is a high res scan of the Last Supper.
There's a lot of differences in these pictures.
This is Leonardo da Vinci.
Was he there?
No.
Right.
Do you think it's a photo?
I think somebody took a photo.
Nobody took a photo.
The first.
It looks like the little baby bells. It looks like they have little mini baby bells on the table at the Last Supper. That's probably it right there.
So did you chime in on what your favorite cheese was?
No, I did not. My favorite kind of cheese is whatever cheese we have.
Well, what are you going with? What is your cheese of choice?
I like cheese. I just like, well, I really like sharp cheddar cheese. That's probably my favorite cheese.
Right on. No need to say anything else.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
And the thing is too, like you can eat it chunked, you can shred it. When you shred it, it has like it's like aerated.
Yeah.
Rochelle said it was definitely a photograph. They all sat on the same side of the table in that photograph. They're all just sitting there chilling with each other. Oh my gosh. Hey Tina Ladybug, how are you? Okay, so we have Josh from Sherman's Family Farm in here. Thank you so much for coming in here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So most of the people in here know who you are, but for people that don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about your channel, about your family, what you do, whatever you want to share?
Well, yeah, I got a family. I got 3 kids and a wife. Two of them's over here making the racket in the background. But we have a small farm and we have a large watermelon crop. We sell lots and lots of watermelon. That's our biggest. What everybody knows about us the most is we sell watermelons, and I like cheeseburgers.
That's an interesting combo right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just got a small place. I got a daughter, 2 sons, a wife. My goal, my channel. I started this channel. I started to make money because everybody tries it to make money. It's their first goal, and then after meeting everybody and communicating and seeing everybody, it was more like it's not about making money now, which I do want to make money still, but there's just such great people, and I enjoy being around them. I enjoy meeting new people, hanging out with them, talking with them. My goal is I've had some health problems with my heart, and so my goal is to not have to leave, because I've got a full-time job also, a couple of them. There are a couple things I do, but my goal is to be able to not have to leave the house and just be at home to do work, so I can make sure I'm here with my kids. It's something I can't take back. I gotta, once the time's gone, it's gone. I can't get it back. I can't rewind and do it again.
Yep, that's true. Oh, there you go. There's one of them. That's your youngest, right? Because I think
The middle.
that's the middle. So is that
Yeah,
Titus? Is that your Titus?
yeah. This is Titus here.
Yeah, I remembered
Yeah.
his name because that's the name of our farm dog. That's the name of Eric's best friend.
Oh yeah.
That's but that's a good name. It's a nice strong name.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, we got another one.
This one, I'm gonna have rain basketball.
Okay. So my daughter, she's 15. I love you.
Hi.
And then I've also got a 10-month-old son.
Got it. That's cool.
So what kind of, and I will have to say this, that a lot of the comments that I've heard regarding you is around watermelons. So is this, what kind of watermelons are you growing that you're like the guy?
You're the watermelon guy.
Like Central America, not really Central America, but
the United States, maybe.
Yeah.
You're the guy in this area, but not even in our area.
Every time I'm talking to somebody, they're like, well, I need some watermelons.
Yeah. Well, because we a lot of my whole channel, everything we do is around our watermelons. And so, I mean, and everybody loves watermelon. We love, we do it to help raise my family, but we have people that come up in our driveway, and it'll be raining, it'll be hot, whatever. These families pull in, they want to cut these watermelon open right out in the front yard. They're eating, and we will hold umbrellas up when it's raining. It's just a really good time, and it brings joy to people, and that's what we really love is bringing joy to other people. And we sell a bunch of them. We got yellow watermelon, orange watermelon, red watermelon. And we take a lot of pride in making sure it's the best watermelon that we can.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So how long have you done this? How long have you done the watermelon stand?
So this is a third or fourth. I think it's third. Fourth.
It's a third.
My daughter says here the stand is our 4th year. So third year.
Dad.
Third year. She said third year. So I started selling
Teenagers
watermelon.
No more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and my brother, we sold watermelon. It's probably been 10 years ago. We used to sell it, and all we had was a trailer. We'd park at stores around town. And after he got killed, we quit. I quit. I didn't do it for a long time, and my stepdad kept on hounding me about it. Said, "Come on, just start it again. You did great." So we started again, and we moved up here where we're at now, and we started out on a little small trailer under a canopy. Then the next time, got a little bit bigger, and then this past year.
It was last year when we put this up.
It was last year that we done it? We didn't have it last year, though, did we?
At the end of the season.
Yeah, I think it's at the end. But we built this small little building here, and we moved into it now. So it just, we're getting a little bit more. But
the very first
we
year
sell,
we didn't have anything besides just the trailer and the canopy.
Yeah. But we sell a bunch of watermelon.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
What is your daughter's name?
Trinity.
Would she like to sit next to you?
I was gonna say she could sit next to you if you want that way.
Well, if she sat next to me, she'd be sitting on my lap.
Oh.
There's a wall right here and a table right here.
Okay.
That's so funny.
We could turn if you wanted to.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you're okay.
See, look.
So from the watermelon perspective, though, and now I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we had orange watermelon. This is the first time I've ever had it. It was very good, but
it was like yellowy orange inside. Are you calling it an orange watermelon? Is that what it is? Orange?
Yeah. Well, there's orange and there's yellow.
So we had orange. It was more orange than yellow.
Okay.
But it sat in my house. It sat in my living room. I mean, my dining room for like 2.5 weeks because I bought it from a roadside stand. This lady up the road, she's like, I got the orange, which is seeds, and I got the red, which is no seeds. And then the red, I think, was like $5 more. And I'm like, just give me the one with seeds, lady. I'll take that one. My kids can spit the seeds out. And she was so sweet. And so we bought it. And then my brother-in-law came over. He's like, I brought a watermelon and it's already like a week and a half old. And I'm like, well, shoot, we'll use yours first. His wasn't as good. It was good, but it wasn't as good as ours. This one that I got from this lady, superb. So it was really good though, but it was orange and my kids were cracking it open. They were freaking out. They were like, orange watermelon. This is crazy.
Yeah. So my daughter only likes red watermelon,
I'll eat the other ones, but I don't like them.
and Titus, he loves the orange watermelon.
Oh, I love it.
So are you all like what you grow? Do you have a variety as far as like seeds, seedless, all the different
Yeah.
colors, or
Yeah, we've got I think our orange is mostly all well, I guess we got both on the orange, don't
We
we?
have both seeded and orange.
Yeah,
or
I guess-
seeded and seedless.
I guess
on
all
orange
of
and
them. Yeah, I think the
red. I don't know about yellow.
the yellow is only seeds, and the orange and the red we have
Seeded.
with and without seeds.
okay? So I got to ask this. So now it sounds like you're going to be the expert answerer on this watermelon question.
Maybe.
He has a video on how to pick the perfect watermelon,
or-
which I'm going to get ready to like binge like 350 times so that I can see if I can actually do it.
Or your daughter, because I have a feeling like she's probably just itching to answer this question too. So I want to see who it starts to answer it first. So it's going to be who's quicker on the answer here. Okay. If you can buy watermelon without seeds, what's the point of buying a watermelon with seed?
It's easier to eat them without seeds and with, because you don't got to worry about spitting them out and not swallowing.
But you said
That-
why buy one with seeds? So
Correct.
the with seeds part is
Because
because
it's an original watermelon, and you
it-
don't have, and it's like
the one
how you usually eat a watermelon.
ones
without
with seeds
seeds.
they
It's the
now they
OG.
say the ones with seeds are sweeter than the ones without seeds.
They say.
And if you have a watermelon without seeds, it's GMO.
That was going to say genetically modified. So you're eating all that genetically modified stuff.
Man,
Yeah.
they've been trying to pull a fast one on me.
Is it genetically modified or is it actually bioengineered? Meaning it's just, you just mixing a couple breeds and letting it go. And that's not, I mean, doesn't mean it's like chemicals really, right?
Well, it's made the seeds, the plant is so it cannot form another one. You have to buy a new seed.
Yes.
But it's supposed to
they
be
want
more
control.
hardy. It's supposed to be sweeter. You know, they do all these things to make it the best watermelon, but it cannot produce another watermelon.
Yeah.
What the seedless ones can't? Is that what we're
With
saying?
the seed,
Yeah, the seedless
right?
ones can't
right.
because you don't have a seed to, yeah. You have,
And
that's a,
And
have to
you
buy.
have the seedless watermelon. They don't have black seeds, but they do have the tiny white seeds.
They both have the tiny white seeds.
Got
Right,
it.
but a seedless does not have the black ones.
But you
Okay.
don't. But you don't plant the tiny white seeds, right? You plant the big
Correct.
seeds.
Right, because the
that's
black
what always-
seeds are the ones that's mature.
Yes, because that's what always shows up in all my, and that's what always shows up in my garden when I, or my, in the field when the animals are eating watermelon, and then all of a sudden something pops up. It's from those black seeds. I know it.
Right.
Okay, so now again, you're going to blow my mind with this. I have a feeling, but so you're saying that watermelons have two different types of seeds?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the little white seeds and the black seeds
What little white seeds?
in your watermelon.
I don't know about the white seeds. I'm
You've
sorry.
never seen the little white seeds in your watermelon?
Apparently, I have not.
You've been eating
There's
seedless
little
watermelon.
bitty white seeds.
Well, what are you doing with the white seeds then?
Well, you just spit them out, or some people eat them.
Oh,
okay, look,
you're talking about the little white. Okay, I know what
He
you're
just
talking
said
about.
little white seeds like 3 times. You didn't know what
No,
little
I
white seeds
thought
are?
I was thinking it was something smaller.
Oh,
See,
Okay,
white
little white seeds. Look, see. It's like, but what
Okay.
are they? Are they what's the purpose of those though?
are those going to
It's
turn
just-
into black?
No.
Just smaller versions of the black ones.
see what it is it's the same seeds that a regular watermelon would have with the black seeds, but because it's been modified, it won't mature into the black seed. So that's the problem. Is it's just not, just does not. I'm gonna talk. It's just not
Type in the channel if you're
right there. Look, right there.
I can't read that far away.
Quit cutting me off. Bland's Promised Land Ranch. if you watch my channel, I posted it on there today. That's how I know she doesn't watch my stuff.
Oh, my kids don't eat. Well, some of my kids do, but the older kids don't always either, though. So
Right.
How old are the kids?
But as I was saying, the white seeds are the same as the black seeds, but when they don't turn black, it's because that's the one that's been modified to not mature to grow another watermelon.
oh, what? That's crazy. Okay, I'm excited about this.
So Ariel is actually over in Australia, and she says that they can only buy seedless watermelons there. They're tasteless. I'd rather have to spit out the seeds for good tasting watermelon than have the seedless one that isn't sweet.
I agree. I'm with
So
you.
most of the time when you get a watermelon in a store, it's been picked at least a week, if not 2 weeks before they're ready. And the second that watermelon is cut, it will not get any sweeter.
Oh,
So that's
That's
why
my
most
problem.
of the time, yeah, whatever taste it has, whatever whatever it is, that's what it's going to be. They'll ripen up a little bit more, but won't taste as good, won't be as sweet. That's it. And so that's why most of the time, once in a while, you will get a good one, because when you have a whole bunch of watermelons and you're out there cutting them, well, one or two might have been missed from the last cut. So now you've got one that's more fresh.
yeah.
So you will get a few that taste halfway decent, but most of the time you will not.
So I got Heavenly Hills commenting that they actually spray them with something to get it to be a triploid.
What's a triploid? And why does he got to say stuff like that
Yeah,
that
why
we
is
don't
he
know?
talking
Why does he
like
got to be
that?
smart?
Does he need to get booted?
No.
Okay.
Just smart. He's just being smart. Why you got to
Okay.
be a smarty
Do
pants?
you know what he's talking about?
No.
What's a triploid? Ryan, smarty
Yeah.
pants.
What's the other word for that? Yeah, I do know lots about watermelon, but I'm still an Okie. I'm still a.
You're advanced, not
So-
advanced.
So, also real quick, you're
Jesse.
talking about getting booted. I was, I got warned that I could be booted, because I'm from Oklahoma.
Somebody
I heard-
said that to you on our channel?
Christine and Johnny were talking all kinds of trash about the Okies and stuff, how we hate Okies, all that. I know that's what it was from. Christine and Johnny be like,
Who's
they don't
Christine
like
and Johnny?
Oklahomans. Huh?
Who's Christine and Johnny?
Yeah, right. It's from the Gilliam farm people.
I feel like I do remember something about that conversation.
Yeah, you basically said they're Oklahomans. You felt bad for them and all this stuff.
Well, I do feel bad for him.
Why is it on my phone?
He's in Oklahoma.
So
We're in
can you-
Oklahoma.
Everybody calls
Well,
him
that-
Adam.
we won't hold that against you right now. We're going to continue on with this interview.
I love learning about that. See, here's the thing. I have tried to grow watermelons, and last year I made a bunch of shorts because I was desperate. I mean, I was asking people, I'm like, somebody help me. I don't know what to do. And I had these little sugar baby watermelons and they were so cute. And I'm like, when are they ripe? And I'm banging on them. I'm talking to them. I'm like, please tell me if you're ripe. And then I'm looking at the little curly cues. I tried everything. People are like, thump it. And then they're like, no, sniff the bottom. They're like, no, look at the curly cue. Look at the other part of the stem. None of it worked for me. So I would crack them open and nothing would, I was always getting white. And I know they're not supposed to be white.
Yeah.
And so finally at the end of the season, I'm not even kidding you. At the end of the season, I was done. I was like, it's fine. I don't need them. I like water. I love watermelon. I don't need my own watermelon. It's totally fine. So I got mad and I just took the last watermelon off the vine and I was and I threw it down on the ground so that the chickens could eat it. Not even kidding you. It was the ripest watermelon I had ever seen in my entire life. I was like, no. Eric took a big old hunk out of it because it was in the dirt. Took from the inside where it hadn't hit the dirt yet, and he just started eating it. I was like, daggone it. Why? But I'm terrible at it. Terrible at that.
So my neighbor across the street here, I was over at his house helping him move some stuff that he had the other day. He needed a hand, so I went over and helped him. And that was what he asked. He said, hey, I got to show you something. He went over to his garden and said, you see these watermelon? How do I know if they're done? Another buddy of mine sent me a picture on my phone. He said, "Hey Josh, I got a bunch of these watermelons, but how do I tell if they're done?"
Yeah. It is
So-
like literally the question.
So a lot of people think that the little curly, piece, that when that dies or is starting to curl up and die off, that it's done. And it's really when the stem starts to curl on it and starts to die, that's when the
Mhm.
watermelon's done. The stem itself, it'll curl up.
The stem that's holding the watermelon.
Right. Because if you notice, they start out straight. And then as it goes on, they start to curl.
Oh, they do get a little like that.
Yeah. And so as they curl, after they curl, then that's when they're done.
Got it. Oh my gosh. See, there you go. Jackie's asking the timeless question. How do you know when a
Oh, yeah,
watermelon
there you
is
go.
when the
Yep.
stem starts to curl, starts to go.
So is it similar to like vegetables when they're ready to be picked, where you can just kind of like barely pull them and they pop off? Is it similar to that?
The stems on a watermelon is a little bit tougher. But it would be closer to that because the stems will start to die because they twist as they're drying out.
Okay, that makes sense. Jen says Okies and Arkies rule.
I gotta agree with her. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about.
See, that's the problem with us though, because we don't really fit in anywhere. Because here in Texas, even though we live here in Texas, we're still Yankees. Of course, everybody above the Red River is a Yankee, so y'all are Yankees too. But it's like we're not accepted anywhere.
But see, this is the deal with how Okies and Arkies rule. You know how they're so great.
Yeah,
You do fit in because we accept you into our community.
that's true. See,
And
Texas.
that's how good we are. Yeah. Texas.
don't really do
You go to Texas and talk to them, and what's the first thing they say? "Oh, I'm sorry, you're Okie."
I don't know. They are kind of rude.
Eric, you're the one that said that.
Oh yeah,
But you're not even a Texan.
that's true.
He's
true.
a wannabe Texan, apparently. We're not accepted here. We're only mildly accepted. There's only a few Texas.
So what's the thought here on this comment about
What if you text us
the
at like that?
bottom of a watermelon that's yellow? Because I've heard that too. Is there any truth? I'll just ask this and you can kind of address it however, but like as Monica said, some people say to knock on it, some people say to sniff the bottom of it, some people say when it's yellow on the bottom. Is there any truth to any of that, or is that just all like guessing?
It really depends on the actual kind of watermelon you have, because some of our watermelons, we call them snake eggs because that's what they look like.
What?
But the snake egg ones, the weird looking ones, the rounder ones. So those ones, they don't get a yellow spot. They're like kind of maybe slightly get a spot on the bottom, but that's it. And some of them, like our big Jubilees, they got that nice big yellow spot on the bottom of them. So it really depends on which kind of watermelon you have, as if the yellow spot on the bottom makes a difference. The part about smelling the bottom of it is something I've never heard.
Well,
When
people told me that for like they said for melons in general, which I know it works for cantaloupe. Like cantaloupe, it's great. You just like smell it.
Right.
But with watermelons, I'm like, you can't smell nothing on a watermelon.
Yeah, I was gonna say a watermelon. I've never even tried it, but that's how I tell if a cantaloupe is ready. You smell the bottom. But if it's on the plant, you really can't do it. You got to go by sight.
Yeah.
So on a cantaloupe, you pick it, you can look at it, you can tell when it's about ready, and then you cut it, and then it might have to sit on the counter for a day or two, or
Yeah.
And then when it starts smelling really good, then it's ready to eat.
I'm good with cantaloupe. I can do those.
Go cut it down.
I'm great with picking something and leaving it on my counter. I can do that. That's easy for me. Picking something, leave it on my counter, boom, good. But that's probably why watermelons never do good, because they still don't ripen. Like you said, right? Once you pull it off the vine, it stops. That's it. The sweetness is done.
Yep.
On that way.
Where are you going? Up or down? No.
That's really good to know. Man, I love it.
So as far as like your watermelon, or I know you talked about the colors, but what is it that you grow? Like what kind of watermelon is it?
Not bad.
Jubilees is our biggest watermelon. Quick, take it outside. It's too loud.
So we've tried like the Black Diamond down here because I guess it's supposed to
The
be better
Jubilee is the one that, yeah, really good.
for this environment. Maybe I don't know.
Well, he's in
Yeah.
Oklahoma, so it's not like we couldn't try something like that.
So a Black Diamond and a Sugar Baby, people talk about those a lot, and I think it's
Yeah.
because that's the kind that they hear the most is a Black Diamond and a Sugar Baby. Those really don't do well in this area. They're
See?
they're okay, but they don't do as well as most others.
How far away from Dallas are you?
From
He's
Dallas,
like, I'm gonna drive to your. He's
let's see. I
past
think
the.
it's like I don't know, what's it take to go to Dallas? Maybe an hour and a half.
No. It takes.
It's about an hour and a half.
No, shush.
She'll look it up. She got her map out.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I was going to say. Well, are you like right near the border or something?
No, we're about
It's a 2-hour drive.
to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, she said it's about 2 hours. I guess we might drive a little heavy.
Well,
heavy
I was just.
He's like, I can do it in 1 hour and 30, but in 2 hours if you follow the maps and the directions.
I was just asking because I'm curious, like I guess
There you
the
go.
cat or the what is it called, your growing area? What is it called?
Oh, the zones.
Yeah.
Like what zones?
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you know where Ardmore's at? Have y'all heard of Ardmore?
Yes,
No.
I have. Yes,
So we're north of Ardmore about 20 minutes. Which from the border, we're roughly 45 minutes from the border.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, so what zone are you in? Are you zone 8A?
No. We're in like 7.
You say you're going to be in 7. So yeah, he's straight up. They're straight up from Dallas like that. So yeah, so we're in 7. I mean, we're in 8A. So we're still in a different zone, but still, I mean, there's not that much climate difference wise. You know, it's not like we're not tropical compared to him. You know, it's not that much further. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested in trying a new watermelon. To say, Carrie has a question though. Do you put anything under your watermelons to keep them from rotting?
No. We just I mean, there's too many of them.
Yeah. Now, how many acres do you put your watermelon? How many acres do you grow on?
It's really hard to tell because there's just fields and fields and fields, and we don't use every field completely to the side.
Yeah.
But it's roughly around 1,000 acres is what I was guessing this. And this is a buddy's. I don't own the 1,000 acres,
Yeah.
so I don't have like a big, But it's like this year we planted 160,000 watermelon plants.
That's crazy. Amazing.
If you're how many?
And you'll sell all of those?
Oh yeah.
If you have a watermelon, one plant, how many watermelons are you getting off of that one plant?
Usually.
It is one plant is I'm going to say around 10, 15, something like that. And it really depends on how, some plants go bigger and stronger than the other ones. So they might not, it might be 8 or 10, and then some of them might be 15 to 20. It really just depends on the actual plant itself, on how much water it gets. And then the next one might not get as much water. It all depends, but roughly 10 to 15.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. And then now in the off season, I saw you did pumpkins. Did you just go pick up pumpkins? Where I only saw it briefly on a video, but I didn't watch the whole video. But do you sell pumpkins too?
Yes. So
now, do you grow those pumpkins, or do you go pick them up from somewhere? Or
so we grow some, and we've started to grow more and more. And actually, last year we threw some out, and they started to grow. So like right now, we have like 5, 6 pumpkins out on the front porch.
cool.
But when we started out, because we were selling watermelon and it was getting to the end of the season, and so we're sitting outside and we're like, well, or I was like, what am I going to do next? I'm going to be bored after watermelon season is over. So I said, well, it's about Halloween time, so I guess I'm going to sell pumpkins. So I started looking up, and everything, my everything I do is all about local. shop local, buy local, everything local as possible. So every time that I have to buy something that I can't grow or have myself, I grow it as local as possible.
You get it as local as possible. You don't grow it as local as possible.
You don't grow it. But commentary or corrector over here.
She's your co-host. She's your co-host.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. But
that's pretty cool. That's
so
awesome.
on our pumpkins, we go and get them from Texas, down in Fort Ada. That's where I started getting them from.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you say that again? Where do you get them from?
Florida.
In Texas is what he wanted to hear.
In Texas.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to find somebody in Oklahoma to get them from. I did get them last year. I did get some in Oklahoma. I get them as close as possible. I'm reading her comment. Mama, have you ever grown pumpkins on a trellis?
What's a trellis?
Like that fence. So I'll get to that question in a minute. Don't let me forget. But our pumpkins we got last year or the year before last, we got from Florida, Texas.
Ooh, that's over there. I love it. That's far.
It's way. It's a full day for sure. But we go over and buy. I don't know how many pumpkins we bought, but it's a lot of them because it's so far. We try to get as many as possible. But last year we found some here.
How are you transporting them?
We put them in boxes.
But I mean, like, what kind of trailer are you using? Or
I got a gooseneck trailer.
Like a 16-foot,
no, 30-foot.
30-foot. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we get those boxes. So at the end of the season, we have a beautiful, wonderful farm that is right around here, and we're also about local. Like anywhere we can do local, we're all about it. Hey, Vandal the Land, and Desert Goat's in here too. Hobo Goat, one of the things we like to do is go local. So these people at the end, like literally the first week of November, we talk to them before then, and they give us all their extra pumpkins. So the big pumpkin boxes that you've got for your watermelons and pumpkins, we get usually anywhere between, 3 to 6 of those filled with pumpkins for our animals. So that's why he was asking, because he knows we know how big the boxes are, and we can fit 3 of them in our 16-foot livestock trailer. So that's why he's like, oh my gosh, that's a full day driving. I mean, we go for a day. We make it an evening. We go after he gets off of work, or we go on a Saturday morning and we just go and we spend hours just boxing them up because they're usually laying around the field. Like they put out this little beautiful farm area, and we usually are boxing them and then moving them up to our trailer. And that's a lot. So that's pretty cool.
What kind of pumpkins are you getting?
Like all kinds?
Just all random kinds. The jack-o'-lanterns, the pie pumpkins. We get the real giant, pumpkins, the decorative ones. Just we get a whole random slew of, all different breeds. That I say breeds, not breeds, but all different
varieties.
Ones. That just varieties. That just we try to have something for everybody because everybody wants something different.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had no idea there were that many pumpkins until this farm started giving them to us, and I mean they were as small as like a softball.
Yep.
And then we've had some where we've had to like team lift because they're so big.
Yeah, most of the big ones are gone. Most of the big ones are gone by the time we get them. But there's been years there, because we've been doing this for about 5 years now. They have been just amazing. And this is like, some of them are so big that he had one a couple years ago that we had a picture of it. It was massive. He couldn't even lift it. We had to like lift it and put it in his lap so we could take a picture of it. And I couldn't believe that someone didn't buy that, because, they get bought up and they get used and they get donated. She doesn't even just donate to us. She donates to churches and other different events and things. So we're not the only ones that end up. And I hate that she has all those extra pumpkins, because I know she paid for them. So we have some that's so big that we got to get a sheet. We got to roll it onto a sheet, and 2 people, one on each end, have to pick up the sheet to be able to move it around to load it. Like
Why did you say what I was going to say for like 10 minutes now?
Well, I don't know. You didn't say it fast enough.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt either one of y'all.
Oh, good.
Okay, what was she going to say?
Exactly what he just said.
Oh,
Our first year that we had to pick up big watermelons with a sheep.
yeah. So we, you can turn. You want but no. So I'm gonna go back real quick to that question. What was it? Carrie? Was that her name?
Yes, it was Carrie.
Oh, yeah,
from
Carrie.
7 Kin. From 7 Kin.
So she was asking how to put them on the, how do you support the pumpkins on a trellis?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first year that we usually grow them on the ground, and then we'll just, we'll
Put it out.
on the giant ones, you put something underneath the giant pumpkins, and it helps protect those. We had one pumpkin that sprouted out just by itself, volunteer plant. And it actually started beside a fence that we put up, and it grew up the fence and started growing these big pumpkins out. And so far they've just grew. They haven't, I'm not supporting them or anything. I guess you could probably put something underneath them. Over here behind the camper. But we just let them grow, and they'll grow out. I guess I've never done it on a trellis before, so
that's cool.
I'm not really sure.
I've done the sugar babies on a trellis, but I've never done anything bigger than that. And they don't need any support; they just do their thing. But I've never grown anything bigger than those. So I always wonder about that too.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that was asked there, Gillum Farms was asking us what we do with the pumpkins. So our pumpkins, we basically feed to all the animals.
All the animals.
Chickens, ducks, and
turkeys love
turkeys,
them.
the cows, the pigs,
and everything.
So the only animals that don't need help opening the pumpkins are the pigs.
Yeah.
All the other animals, even the cows, if you it's a fun exercise for the kids. They just get to throw them up in the air and watch them.
Right, bust open.
Yeah, because they break open. The cows, I will say, are hilarious because some of them actually will roll them. We had a longhorn one year, roll them across. And it was so fun watching him play with them. I was like, I need a video of that. I never really got a good video of him rolling it along, but he would roll it with his nose. And then when they get them, because they don't have any top teeth on that front part, cows only have the bottom teeth in that front part. They have an upper palate here, and they have teeth in the back on both top and bottom. But it's so funny to watch them pick them up, and they kind of and they move them around their mouth like they're an old person trying to suck on a piece of candy or something. And then they start chomping on them in the back. It is the funniest thing. Most of the time, the cows get them in their mouth, and then they spit them back out, and then they have to go back and do it again. But they're hilarious with them, I will say. And the turkeys and the chickens and ducks, oh my gosh, they're perfect. I think the only animals that don't eat them here are the rabbits. Yep.
So pumpkins are a natural dewormer.
Yep.
And so for anything. So we feed.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we feed them all, like I said, also to our pigs and chickens and all our animals because they love them. But we do watermelons, just all of it. We go through so much because the problem is, and I guess it's not a problem, but it can be devastating sometimes, is we want to grow and have enough produce, watermelon, pumpkins, cantaloupe, and all to sell because you never know how many somebody wants. Yeah. But a couple weeks ago when Full Blown Country, Pooch, and then Tish over at No Judgment Here with Tish Ross, and then both the Gillums, Johnny and Christine, when they came up. So they saw all those cantaloupe that we had to throw away. And that was because we don't pick them until they're ready to eat within a day, maybe 2 days at the very most. So if we don't sell them, we're out of luck. And it's a lot of ways.
Well, you have chickens, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's why I said our chickens and pigs, they really love us.
Yeah. So you're just giving them to your animals.
Yeah, they're going to waste because we're not selling them or eating them, but they are going to the animals, so it's not going out in the field to be thrown away.
That's right. I remember you had that. Yeah, that's what you said. Okay.
So there's been a couple questions that have popped up, kind of directed at all of us here. So I'll let you answer this first. But the question is, are you making fresh pumpkin pie with the pumpkins?
Yeah, Dad. Are you?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. Do you like pumpkin pie?
No. I love pumpkin pie.
Boom. What'd you like? What?
I love pumpkin pie.
Oh, I take my high five back. We have used the pumpkins that we've acquired, not just for the pigs and stuff. We have our son Luke has made pumpkin pies a couple years in a row now for Eric because Eric loves pumpkin pie. I'm not a fan,
especially homemade pumpkin pie.
Well, he makes his own crust too.
I only want homemade pumpkin pie. Something from a store, it doesn't cut it. It's no good. Has to be homemade.
Pumpkin pie is best in the trash, is my opinion.
Wow. Okay. I can't.
I'm an apple pie girl myself.
I can't boot you. So, but no, pumpkin pie is where it's at, and especially when it's homemade. But I will say, store bought or not, I will eat a pumpkin pie if that's all I have to eat.
Yeah, I almost won't eat a store bought pumpkin pie. I just can't hardly do it.
He has no standards, apparently. He'll eat store-bought junk.
So
see, that's the thing. I only eat homemade apple pie.
But did you say that you do make your own or not?
No.
So we make a homemade pumpkin pie, but it's with canned pumpkin. We don't use our own pumpkins to make the pie out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And Scott's got me. He's booting Monica.
He's going to try, but can't do it, Scott. You can't do it.
All right. So you are clearly the watermelon expert. If anybody has any questions about pumpkins or watermelons. So do you grow other melons like cantaloupes or anything like that?
Well, you just said he did.
We got cantaloupes. We got honeydew melons. We've got, I call them a canary melon. They're just yellow. They're solid yellow melon. It's kind of like a cantaloupe. It looks like a cantaloupe, but it's not a cantaloupe. It's a canary melon.
Canary melon.
I think I've seen that.
Maybe I've seen it, but I don't know it by that name.
Yes, you've seen it.
Oh, I have seen that.
Okay, yeah.
Huh.
Are they good though?
They are good.
Are you talking about those weird melons that we got a few years ago?
The yellow ones.
The ones that we that are like this big that we thought were honeydew or honey melons.
No, that was a different kind. And we also got Israel melons.
Israel melons.
Wait, what?
I'm looking those up.
An Israel melon is like a giant cantaloupe.
It's like the fancy cheese. He's coming up with new things. Hold on, let's look. I'm looking up.
Down there.
Oh, okay. It looks just like a cantaloupe, but
with the solid
lines.
I've seen that before.
And also watermelon outside. Texture.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it has like the stripes on it, like a watermelon almost.
Yeah,
more.
yeah, like the rind.
It has the same texture too.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Okay.
So what out of those melons, what in the environment that you're in, or do they all grow the same, or are there some that grow better?
They're pretty much all the same. They're all about the same.
But so when people come to you, do they know about these other melons, or are they kind of intrigued by the coloring and ask about them?
Yeah. They don't know about it. Like they're like, what is that? There's a few that do know, but a lot of them they don't know. Like when our canary melons, because they're yellow, and then we'll tell somebody, we're like, yeah, we got orange, yellow, and red watermelon, and they'll pick up one of those canary melons and say, well, I want a yellow one. And I'm like, that's not a watermelon. That's not the meat is yellow, not the outside. And so yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't heard of them.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Troy says his mom makes her pumpkin pie with a white neck or crook neck squash. Actually tastes better. Would it be squash pie then?
Well, see, those what he's talking about there is we sell them. They're like a butternut squash, and we
Those
just
like
sell them.
Cinderella pumpkins.
Yeah, sort of. But we sell them for decoration. But there's
like
those two.
like...
We sell them too. Well, yeah, those also.
Okay.
But the butternut squash is just it's it's I don't know. It's just.
Well, we grow butternut.
You can look it up.
We grow butternut squash.
Okay, yeah. So you can what shape it is. So
yeah.
Those you can cook, and it's just like a sweet potato. You know, you bake in the oven.
So it looks like a butternut, but it's white. Is that what it is? Like a pumpkin white?
There's all different colors. Like there's a lot of different varieties.
There's a lot of different stuff.
Here's a
crazy.
question from Carrie asking about if there's a certain soil mixture or fertilizer or something that you're using.
Yeah, they looked it up. So for both of them, it's pretty much the pumpkins and the watermelon is sand. You want it real sandy. You don't want like a hard packed soil.
What are you talking about?
What kind of soil mixture or fertilizer
For what?
to grow them in?
To grow what in?
Watermelon and pumpkin.
She was too
Yeah,
busy
pay
looking up
attention.
stuff.
No.
Okay. Well, we're just like
looking up all the different pumpkins because when we go to get pumpkins during the year, the end of the year, we get a lot of those Cinderella pumpkins with the white ones and the ones that are like that deep red. They look like like a donut almost, but they're not. They got the filled in, and then we get a lot of, and they have always a ton of pie pumpkins, and they have all kinds of pumpkins available. Usually, I think the little pie pumpkins are my favorite because we can jar them up if we really wanted to. But that's crazy. There's so many different pumpkins out there. I never really thought about it.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So how many? So we're going back because the numbers just kind of like registering that you planted 160,000.
160,000 plants.
It's still trying to get a hold of it.
I just use this little spade I got in my hands. Takes me 6.5 months.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a machine that does it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But no, I think what baffles me about the number. So one of the big issues we have, and maybe there's like a secret to your madness here, but it seems like for us in our garden, when things start to produce, it's so much at one time. It's like, what do I do with it? And of course, you have to do the canning, or you just give stuff away or whatever. So when you start to have your crop to the point where you are now cutting them to sell them, how much are you selling, like by the day?
Thousands.
But he's not pulling them. You're not getting them. Like, you don't say, okay, it's watermelon season, and you don't go get all the pumpkins at once.
No,
you get them in chunks because you're still growing them. It's not like his pumpkins where he has to go get all of them at once.
I get that, but if he's planting 160,000,
he's got enough for the season.
That's what I'm saying, though. He's got thousands per day. You said, right?
Yeah, per day, like thousands. That semi trucks come in and get packed full.
Truck.
Like,
and there's three.
Like there's a lot
to the side.
Yeah.
So I think I was looking at one of your videos trying to find the video where they were loading when you went to go pick up watermelons. Oh, there you go. Watermelon time. I saw it. I was looking for it to try to show Eric. That way he could see it because it's a short. So he can see it on the screen here next to me. So that's why he's looking past me. So he can see where you said the fun begins. It's like watermelon time. And you can see the machines and then how they're just loading the pumpkins into the bins.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so, so you're getting bins and boxes of them, but you're doing it are you going every week for refresh?
Oh, like sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, but this is daily. Like there's other people. I'm not the only one because there's no way I could do it by myself. No possible way. Yeah. So there's people out there every day. They're going out and they're picking these melons and they're loading them up by the trailers. Some days we get 10 or 15 trailer fulls, and these trailers hold 300 and 400 melons at a time. Then they go in, and you'll see on that little roller they come in. There's 2 guys usually out there that'll toss them on this conveyor belt. Mm-hmm. They'll come inside, and then we look at them, inspect them, make sure they're not busted. If so, they go out another window into a trailer for the pigs. Then the rest will go in, and they get sorted out on the size.
They have cows.
And I mean, it's a big operation. Then we put the stickers on them and send them out.
That's just awesome. I just love it. I think that's such a cool thing. So hopefully you can get to the point where this is your full-time job, that farming
Right.
is your thing. I mean, I think a lot of us have that goal. I think a lot of people do have that goal. And it's hard when you work a full-time job or you work another job in some capacity.
Yeah.
You still have to do farming and you still have to do these things. So, I mean,
Right.
props to you for still having something this big to deal with on a regular basis and still have
Yeah.
another job, because that's hard. It's a lot of work. I mean,
It's a lot.
you know, he's coming in, he's going to work, he's leaving and getting into work by 6 a.m. He's got to go, he drives an hour to work and an hour. Well, usually it's an hour home. It's an hour according to the maps. It's usually about 2-hour drive on the way home, and usually on the way in, depending if he hits it just right. But it's one of those things that, man, I mean, it's just a big task for a husband, for a dad, for the leader or provider of a family. That's a lot. So, I mean, hopefully, prayerfully, you can get to that point where this is your job, farming is your job full time, so that you don't have to
Right.
worry about anything else.
So
I mean,
it just like you said, it's a lot to get up and go to work, be at work. Every morning I get up and I go to work 7 o'clock in the morning. I get home and I'm usually I don't even go in the house until well after dark. It's 9:30, 10 o'clock before I even go in the house. Like I'll go in, get a cup of coffee, come back out. Sometimes
Yeah.
my wife will bring it out to me, but I'm hardly ever in the house. It's usually 10 o'clock before I even get inside. And
Almost 10 o'clock now.
and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. If I can quit my full-time job, that'll be really great.
Yeah.
Just so I don't know if it's even slow down some, but it's spend more time around my family. That's my biggest goal.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Here's a question for you. Comeback Kid is asking, how do you stop the critters from eating your watermelons?
Well, some of them will get eaten, but the other ones, they taste some lead.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
do you have issues with feral hogs?
We not really getting into the fields.
Yeah.
But we're constantly driving the fields. I mean, there is some that gets in there and messes them up, but not a lot. So it's really not as bad. But like I said, we do a lot of when we're out checking the fields, driving. We've always got a side partner with us,
Mhm.
and so that kind of pretty much keeps them scared off. Rocking my chair, it messes me up.
So what's the end goal for you on your farm? Not just with watermelon, but the whole setup, all the animals, the family. What's the end goal?
The end goal is to be self-sufficient. Is a big goal. My end goal is to be at home with my family. That's my main. The number one thing I want to do is to be able to be at home and not have to go to work. That's the absolute all. And if along the way, we can sell, our produce, be self-sufficient, that's great too. But my end goal is to be able to spend most of my time or all my time at home. And
What does that mean?
what? Self-sufficient? You don't know what that means? What grade are you in? Ninth?
I go to Davis.
Hey, you know what? Being self-sufficient is a great goal. I think a lot of times now, though, I think one of the things that we've learned is being really community sufficient, or being self-sufficient is
Right.
one thing, but being really community sufficient is super excellent. I think you're already more community minded. So that's probably the way you end up going, because when people get so focused on self-sufficiency, they forget to look outside of themselves and think, because you can't possibly grow every single thing. I can't grow watermelons for jack diddly. I can't grow watermelons for nothing. So my goal is to find people that can grow things like that and work with them, because they may not be able to grow beef. You may not have enough property to have your own beef cows or have your own turkeys or whatever it is,
or the time.
And so to
Right.
be able to work with your community, and I think it's great because you're already so much minded in that, you know, you're all about supporting local and going with local vendors and things like that. So I think that that's such a great goal, because you'll find that being self-sufficient really is bonding with your community and going with those type of things, you know, and just, I love that. I think it's great.
So when I real quick, what's my full-time job? I'm a mechanic and a locksmith is the two main things that I do. But I also but yeah, and I also redo houses. So I do lots of whatever it takes to bring in money to support my family. That's practically what I do. But most every day I'm doing locksmith, and every day I'm mechanicking.
I was
But go ahead.
my mom's husband, my stepdad, he's a locksmith, and he was brought up that way. His dad was a locksmith and he was a locksmith, and he did everything as a locksmith. And I always laughed, and I asked my mom the one day, I'm like, I remember I was just married, and I'm like, does Jeff Jeff isn't just a locksmith. He's like jack of all trades. Like, he does everything. Like, there's always something he's getting his hands into. And he ended up leaving the locksmith business years after Eric and I had been married, and my mom and him had been married. And he ended up getting into driving trains. And so now he's a train conductor, and he teaches the train conducting. And I'm like laughing because I'm thinking, you literally went from locksmithing, which is like a family thing, and he's so handy and does all these things. So I always I get a kick out of people that are locksmiths, because I feel like it really is one of those things where you know so many other things, just like being a mechanic. You have to be, it's really a mentality. It's a handiness, you know, you have to bring things. You can work with your hands and get in there and kind of do so many things. So yeah.
One more question for you.
You already answered that too.
About the fertilizer?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't use this. No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't use a certain type of fertilizer for our watermelon or pumpkins. I do have some. I usually just use it for our flowers, not even our produce. But I do have a homemade fertilizer that we use, but not nothing really special for pumpkins or watermelon.
Very nice.
That's cool.
But the other
All right,
thing,
well-
like you were saying, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so I was going to say what you were talking about on the self-sufficient. So I say self-sufficient, but to me, self-sufficient is being able to manage here and in my community to make it without having to depend on going to the grocery store. So
Going to the Costco.
I've never, right, yeah, I've never really said nothing about community, but we have like my neighbor over here that has the watermelons that he grows. Well, he also grows a ton of tomatoes, and he grows okra, and he does things. Well, so this year, and I have honey. Well, he doesn't have no honey, so he had extra tomatoes, extra okra. He'd bring it over. Well, he needs a jar of honey, so I give him a jar of honey.
Yep.
Then his watermelon, he couldn't get them right, so I took him some watermelons. I mean, it's back and forth, and that's not just one. I mean, there's a bunch of my neighbors around here that when they need something, they call. And I don't do it for money, we help each other out, and that's what we're here for.
Yep. I think that's the best way to do it. And by doing it that way too, you're teaching your kids that that's how they should grow up, being community minded and being sufficient in the fact that they can figure out a way to get things that they need, whether they have the money or not. Because I mean, I'm about bartering all day long, because things are getting so expensive now, but the goods that you have, the things that you can provide, the things that you can make, and those things are worth money. And I think people need to remember that. And by trading and bartering, I mean, it used to be the way people did stuff all the time was bartering, trading, doing all those things. And I just think it's great to keep that up. And that's something we're trying to teach our kids to learn to do, and to get that in their mind that trading, bartering, doing those things, it's a good way to think about, getting things that you and helping others out in the process.
Yep.
So as we're winding up on time here, is there anything that you would like to share about your channel? Anything coming up? Anything people can keep an eye out for?
Well, I'm working on my watch hours because I'm getting close to getting monetized.
Nice.
So that's I mean, I'm still a little ways away, but that's the next biggest goal that I'm working on is getting monetized. And also another big thing coming up is I'm finally getting my online store finished up.
Nice.
So I'm going to sell on our store is going to be like my honey, pecans, and our shirts. And I'm trying to get that going because if I sell enough shirts, first thing I'm going to go buy is a drone so everybody can see our watermelon fields. I want to show it off to everybody.
Eric, you need to go visit him and drone footage their watermelon fields.
Well, maybe next time we head that way, we could do a collaborative effort, and I will do the drone shots for you, and then you can use them.
Oh, see there, and we can take some watermelons home. High five, boom. But I say
bartering.
Exactly. But I say
Bartering.
I think you should. I think you're going to do fine. I think you're going to have enough money to get your own drone sooner than later because I think you're awesome. And there's so much great content on your channel. And if anybody in here hasn't been over there, make sure you grow over there. You go over and start looking into all the things. Go rewatch his watermelon, how to pick a good watermelon video like 150 times. Because that's what I do whenever I say stuff. Whenever I watch something, I have to watch it a bunch of times because I have to make sure that I know what I'm looking for. So I'm excited to try to grow watermelon next year now because I think it's too late here to grow watermelon. But next year,
right,
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it for sure.
So real quick, when somebody knows me is when they tell you that like Johnny here, Josh puts the pro in procrastinate. He is 100% correct on that. And then let's see, I think Charles was asking me about my pecans. Our pecans are they're a cross between a native and a paper shell. So they're larger than the natives, but they taste better than the paper shell.
Nice.
So he was asking about that.
Nice. I didn't even see that one either. Well, we are super excited. Wait, Butt Nuggets Tim says that I got a helium balloon for my cell phone. Wait,
yeah, for his drone.
Is it a drone?
What? Well, he says that's the best drone. It's cheapest.
Just do a helium balloon.
Yeah, do a helium balloon.
I'm gonna be actually believing that for a second. I was like, wait, really? No, don't try that, Eric. We're not trying that. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Trinity, for all your help too. Your dad couldn't have done it without you. We appreciate it. Is she still here or is she gone now?
Yeah, she's back over here now. Yeah. Yeah, she's listening. She hears everything.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. I am super excited that we got to chat with you because I am like taking notes. I have like notes I'm taking about watermelon growing, and now I'm going to be looking for that curved stem next year. Yeah. I'm going to go invest in some Jubilee pumpkin seeds because that's what I'm going to try to grow. Watermelon, not pumpkin. Watermelon.
This is why we can't grow it.
This is why I can't grow anything.
She's looking for the wrong stuff.
You're going to look for a long time to find those.
I grow pumpkins everywhere here. Pumpkins are ridiculous around here. The only ones that we don't grow are the ones Eric's supposed to grow. But I need to grow watermelon. That's what I need to do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate you. And everybody needs to go over there and watch his videos and give him some love so that way he can hit those watch hours in no time. So keep doing your thing because you're doing a great job. So really, truly.
I appreciate it.
Hey, who likes finding out how to grow watermelons that aren't white in the middle?
Farmers do.
And farmers' wives do. Thank you very much for being here. Bye, everybody in the chat. See you guys later.
See y'all later.
Bye. Thank you.